week as well. So we're gonna watch Fenrilunae. Hopefully I pronounced that right again. Versus Aris here. And fun story. I don't think I'd play Magical Drop if not for Aris. Aris was like the former world record holder of a bunch of the speedrun categories as well. And they kind of taught me how to play. I'm actually going to switch this over for them. Hopefully it's going to pop up. I don't see it on my side. There we go. I have to switch the drop panel. So yeah, if it wasn't for Aris, I don't think I'd play this game. She just kind of kicked my ass for an entire weekend at a tournament, and it made me want to get better. And it took me some time before I started like speedrunning and stuff like that, but I would like to say that I have gotten better. So thank you to her, and you can thank her for all of these tournaments kind of existing. Well, I know she hasn't played in a while, and it's rusty. And Fenrilunae told me that he had just finished dinner before this, so maybe he is refueled and ready to go. Again, big shoutouts to everybody who entered this tournament for the first time this week. Maybe it seems like Friday's popular. Maybe we'll do more weeknight ones in the future. We have all of the big hitters from South America, to my knowledge here. We have me. I've had to see myself like 6. That's the first time I've ever had to do that. One thing I'd really like is we also have a really big scene that exists in... Oh, should get a lot more blue there. It's going to go to quota. Hopefully they know that the quota doesn't stop counting until they end their combo. There's a big scene in France too, or at least like a sizable one for Fightcade standards, and they kind of run their own events like the European scene. And sometimes we get a good enough connection that we can play one another, but I really hope that in the future we could play each other more, because they have some strong players as well who I'd like to... Oh, got caught up. Okay, so we'll see who Aris picks here. Bruce. I definitely completely lost my train of thought focusing on the match. I see somebody in the chat mentioning that they sometimes struggle with dropped inputs. I can't say for certain. I have definitely felt like I have played games where inputs that I thought I hit had not come out. Fightcade is a fickle mistress. We do the best we can to play across continents this way, but I don't know. There's a lot of like piano-y and stuff like that. Really helps if you are used to that from like fighting games. So like basically double tapping or like plinking your buttons when you're hitting them. That way you're getting 2 inputs for the price of 1. And I guess that's plinking, not pianoing, but still same deal. Other times, you know, you die by the sword. Nice job saving that burst there from Fenrilunae. I have to dig that out. No. Okay. Aris takes the round. So one thing I didn't talk about this earlier. I made a comment while I was playing about having something to say about long combos. And while long combos are super duper satisfying, right? You get the cool high-pitched sound. And you feel like a badass because you're going super fast. You're flying around the screen. One thing about them is they don't really send as many bubbles as you would hope, right? The optimal combo length to send the most lines for the least amount of effort is 2. So when I mentioned the speedrunner strat, which is what I was doing, I just do 2 combos, and if the person's not prepared, they get like inundated by a huge number of bubbles. That's just the same character. I think people have their comfort characters, so we'll see if it pays off here. But this is the same drop pattern. So unless they figure like there's something different that they're doing this time. That's the other thing. I know a lot of people who have played Magical Drop before but aren't used to like our tournament rules, where there's like a whole entire counter-picking element. And they just like, they pick the strong characters knowing that they're the strong characters. And then they realize that like maybe the strong character is not actually the character for them. And that they'd have a lot more success with like a lower tier character where they can use their speed to their advantage. They're doing a good job here pairing things up. On the other side, Fenrilunae's doing a good job like flattening his board. He's just moving stuff out of the danger zone and then coming back to it later when he has the opportunity, which is great. It's one thing I like to do too. I can see they probably tried to drop something just to come out. Save themselves. Nice. Oh, almost. Split second faster they would have had that. Yeah, I see in the chat they have responded that plinking is indeed multiple buttons. Yeah, just double tap your button. Pray for the best. Okay. Nice. Alright, so it seems like I've been being proved wrong currently at the moment, and Aris did definitely figure something out here. Alright. Stop saving the burst there. One thing I've found super useful for this character, or like, fighting this character, is making like pairs, and then coming back to get the spare ones off of the pairs later. And then we'll see if I could show that off when I get it paid. So Aris takes the game, nice, and we'll see. Yeah, so Fenrilunae picks Justice. This is one of the characters where you have a harder time pushing your opponent off the board, and you're most likely going to race to quota. It's one of the characters where it's like really advantageous to push out your board pretty far too if you're confident that you're not gonna get pushed off. I also have a pretty silly strategy versus some of the top players with this character and the characters like them. Oh, I have to change the drop pattern. Where I try to do as few combos as possible, so I just don't send them trash. And then I feel like I can race them better that way. Both of them doing pretty good. This is looking like it's going to come down to quota unless one of them kind of messes up. Long combo. Are still in the lead. Gotta stay alive though. No! Good comeback there. Get all that ice out. Check. Looks like all the other games are still going on. Fenrilunae taking a little bit of a lead here on quota. One other thing I want to see from more players, you'll see some of us utilize, push your board all the way out. No! Just that, like when you don't have a lot of stuff on your board, push it out. Especially if you have a burst bubble, especially if you know, you're trying to race to quota at the very end. Like those extra couple of lines when you're pushing C aren't going to kill you, and they're going to help you make all the difference there when you're counting to quota. Okay. Other thing I want to see people do more is like attacking like adjacent to the bubble that you want to pop, like throwing into the column next to it. A lot of the times you'll pick up extra bubbles, and when it gets down to like racing people for like the final couple, they're going to pay off. And you're not losing anything by just moving one column over. Okay. Aris had the lead on quota there too, so probably gonna be rip either way. Push a little bit. Both of them just kind of at the end of the board. Oh, that ice is so deadly. Alright, so I think that is that. That should be a 3-1. Good games there, though. Tight match. Switch back to the bracket. Terrible sound. Okay. Fenrilunae with a 3-1 over Aris. I hope Aris comes back in the future, though. Great. I think if she de-rushed a little bit, she could definitely be a threat to